And we're live. We're making a video. I'm here with Christophe.
Hello.
Say hi, Chris. Yeah. We are hanging out. Christophe's fridge just broke.
I didn't know that was about that, your life.
Yeah. Well,
I thought you said the life about the fish.
and so he's come to get my cooler. And so while I have him,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about his latest catch. So Christophe and I, we went fishing yesterday at an undisclosed location.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to tell you where, because we were doing essential work. Essential service, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
Because we're fishing, right?
Sure.
And so we have to provide food for the island, where we are. And so we're going fishing.
Let's stay modest. We were providing food for our close friends.
Yeah. Food for France.
That's really the island.
Christophe caught a fish that was for the whole island. It was probably the biggest barracuda I've ever seen. Right? And
well, I think it was my biggest barracuda so far. But they grow much bigger. Still.
how big?
Mine was 11 kilo.
Yeah. Well,
But they-
don't give it away. I'm going to show him the picture. But
Okay. They grow over 35, I think I've seen. We can Google it, yeah.
30 kilos. Wow.
Maybe 40 kilos at one.
Yeah. But this was a monster. I'll put the...
Yeah, well, it was. We did not expect a fish that size in that spot. Especially, we have a plan. Do you want to talk about the plan?
We can talk about the plan, but I want them to get interested in continuing watching the video.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to show them a picture
All right.
of how awesome this thing is. Okay? You guys ready? You ready for the picture? Check it. Boom. Pretty good. And hey, look, you got me and you also
True.
in the frame at the same time.
Oh, that's awesome, yeah.
But yeah, that barracuda was like the whole length of your body. And
The picture is making it look a bit bigger. But yeah, it was the size of my gun.
okay. So it's 1.5 meter?
Yeah. Yeah, the shaft is exactly 1.5 meter. It was the length of the shaft, pretty much.
That's 4 or 5 feet long for you Americans that don't do meters. And he said another thing earlier. He said it was 11 kilograms. And that would measure up to about 25 to 30 pounds is this fish, the barracuda. So we had a plan when we went out there, didn't we, Christophe?
Yeah.
We
So actually, you were very excited about making that plan. That was the funny thing. The funniest thing about it, because you were planning it all along, and I was telling you I think we should just fish the reef, because I've seen more fish close to the edge of the reef rather than trying to go offshore. Remember?
Yeah, but I'm now in the blue water mindset because you got me on the blue water idea for next week. Next week we are going to do some essential service on the north side in the fads of Bali. What is a fad? Fish aggregating device.
Yeah, exactly.
So there are floats out in the middle of the ocean that are anchored to the bottom of the ocean. How deep is that water?
100 meter, 150 meter.
Yeah, okay. So very, very deep. That's 300, 400 feet deep. But they put these anchors down about 5 miles out. And then there's a bamboo raft. And
Your face,
they're seasoned inshore for a little while. And so there can be algae and barnacles that grow on them. And then the small fish, they'll live inside of them, and then they'll tow them out into the middle of the ocean, and they're all over the north side of Bali.
They're like artificial island, pretty much.
Yeah.
And a whole ecosystem is living there.
Yeah.
And then the offshore predator fish
Yeah, so we got the blue water. I got the blue water in my head, and so I'm already thinking like, okay, I want to go and check out the current line. I want to see if there's anything under there. And so I said, Christophe, we should get a bunch of fish, maybe 5 fish, and go out there and chum in the blue water. And Christophe, he had his other idea. He said, I think we should just go by the reef.
No, it's not that. I wait for you. You said, so we go, you said we go to the reef and we shot those fish, and then when we got the numbers, we get out there. But you never meet me on the reef. You directly went out there, and I keep looking for you, and I never see you.
Okay, well, I just got like the idea that you didn't really like my idea, and so based on what we said, so I didn't think that you were going to follow me. So we had 2 different strategies apparently then, because, or I guess we just didn't really. We need to communicate better. We'll do that next time.
Okay.
Whenever you have a spearfishing buddy, you need to communicate well and make sure that everyone agrees with the plan. Otherwise, you just lose faith in each other, and then you do your own strategy.
I was following the plan, but I didn't know you did not believe in the plan, because that was your plan to start with.
Well, I didn't think you would agree with my plan. I didn't think you agreed with it. I thought you thought my plan was stupid. So, but anyways, the point is, Christophe did his own thing. I did my own thing, and it was all right. So, basically, Christophe, he was only out there for an hour and a half, and he caught his full load of fish. He couldn't carry any more fish, so he had to get out of the water and go home. And I just stayed out there, and I saw 2 like massive trevally, the biggest GT I ever seen in Bali, and that was pretty epic. I couldn't get my gun around in time, but I wasn't really like, I saw those fish, they like made me jump, and I didn't really want to shoot them after I was like, well, they're too big.
No,
I was going to lose my
I think you did right, because with GTA, it's really a question, I think, of shot positioning. So you need the fish to be very comfortable, so he come close enough, and you can put the shot in a strategic place. So where you're gonna really hurt the fish, or you're gonna kill shot him. But if you can't be in that position, it's better to not take a shot at all, because they will really smash your gear, and they will pull you around, and eventually you will lose part of your gear in the battle.
So anyways, but Christophe, he shot the big barracuda, 25, 30 pounder. And I actually have video of it for you guys, so you can see. Are you guys excited? You want to see the video? Pretty scary stuff if you guys aren't accustomed to barracudas. So I want to warn you, what you're going to see is a bit graphic and unnerving. And let's see if I can get it up here for you.
You can do that?
I can do lots of things.
That's great.
I think I can do lots of things. Let's see.
There's a lot of options.
Is that it? No. Let's just a few more moments here. And we will get it going. That's not working. We built it up and it's not even going to work.
No?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, there it goes. All right.
Is it working right now?
Yeah, it's going. All right. So, what we got is a few little fish over here. It's kind of choppy right now, but it'll get better here in a second. And he sees the fish, and it's just coming in at him super fast. About to take a bite. Christophe doesn't care.
Okay, it comes now. yeah, I wait until he went as close as possible.
Yeah.
And I tried to get a kill shot, but it didn't work. But it was almost working because he had one rush that lasts not even a minute. And then when I get to the fish, it was dead.
Yeah. So that's when you first, that what we're seeing right now, that is you
Me
just coming into it for the first
fish.
time?
Yeah,
And it was just floating there?
Yeah, it was just floating there. I was, like going through my lap, and when I see it was just there and not moving, I turn on the camera.
Wow.
And that's the first time I grab it.
So it wasn't paralyzed. You like shot it. I think it.
Yeah, I shot it. He ran for a minute.
Yeah.
Just a minute, just a slow, one fast run.
Yeah.
A little bit like a wow will do. With quite a pull actually. I remember him pulling me a bit at the surface during that run.
Yeah.
And then I didn't feel the run anymore, and I started to go toward the fish.
Oh.
It was there, resting dead.
So, what do you think happened to the fish? I think it's either normally. Sometimes I guess it's like a matador, like a bull, like when they put the sword in. It kind of.
It was not a kill shot. I think you were right. I probably hit a vital organ, maybe his heart.
Yeah.
And he's just bleed out.
This is video, right?
But I don't think I spined it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So there it is.
Big
On
fish,
the beach
friend.
with the locals. You had a lot of fun with the locals too. All right, we're good. So that's the video, and you showed the locals, and then what happened?
Oh yeah, they were quite exciting about the fish, and they also have a shaft and some equipment. So they were comparing my equipment with theirs, and they was amazed to see that our shaft looks actually pretty similar.
Huh.
And so the guy gets excited about it, and he asked me where I caught it, and I show him like just right here outside the reef, and he went with his shaft, run and jump in the water, like if the fish was just everywhere, and it was just a matter of
Yeah.
putting his shaft in the fish.
Yeah.
It was a bit funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
And so I heard that you were able to get it out to your friends as soon as you got it. You're able to.
Yeah, I sent a message through my group of friends.
That's cool.
And yeah, everybody wanted fish.
That's cool. Yeah.
It was gone in 5 minutes.
Yeah. So we have to catch more fish to carry on our essential duties during this time, and yeah. So stay tuned. We're gonna have an epic trip to the north of Bali, hopefully.
Oh yeah, it would be awesome.
And we'll make another.
Looking for mahi-mahi and wahoo, essentially.
Yeah. So today is Easter Friday, Good Friday, and so just wanted to put in a word about that. I am, just been thinking a lot about why we celebrate this day. It's to commemorate the death of Christ, and so Pastor Adrian, he was asking us to do some memories of Easter and of this day of us growing up. And I could remember my dad, he would on Good Friday he was always very somber, and he would be going through the hours of the day and telling us exactly what was happening to Christ at that moment. And he would often, I think he would fast during the day, and so that was a memory. I was going to send that to you later, Adrian, but I figured I'd just incorporate it into one video. Save some energy on making videos. But I wish you guys all have a happy Easter, and that most importantly you understand that the day is Good Friday. The day of Good Friday is for us to understand that the greatest sacrifice was made for us by by a man that was that did the most heroic, courageous thing imaginable, and it inspires me to be that way as well, to be heroic in any way that I can myself, and I hope that people out there, you can also be inspired by that, to be like Christ and do the things that are scary, but to do them anyways for the right thing. And so when I look at that video, this all ties in. Sorry, Chris. Sorry for that tangent. But when I look at that video of the barracuda, and you and I, we're not afraid of barracudas.
Not anymore,
but
we used to.
Yeah, but when we show these videos, like I showed a video of me and a barracuda, and like people get freaked out. They're like, what's going on? Like, how are you not afraid of that thing? Don't they eat you? Don't they bite you? And
no, but we're not at all. They prey on the reef. They prey on small reef fish.
Yeah.
They're just very curious about us.
Yeah.
That's what happens. That guy was not at all coming toward me for an attack. He was like really curious what I was going there on his territory.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm the one that attacked him.
That's right. We are the ones that attack them. And we have big guns, so I guess without the gun, maybe you wouldn't feel like the same way, do you think?
Or if I have a video camera, I would be quite happy to take the shots.
Like if you just have a selfie stick or something.
Yeah, I think
you feel okay. But if you were by yourself, you think you'd feel okay still with the barracuda coming?
Depend on the behavior. Yeah, as long as it's coming slowly like this, I know it's just checking me out.
Yeah,
that's what I learned over time. But it's weird, like with all things, that the first time you encounter a first experience is always very emotional, and it could be scary for sure.
Yeah.
But when it happened quite a few times, and you get used to it, and it's not scary at all anymore, because you know nothing is gonna happen, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think they have a very different behavior when they're going to attack you. They will move erratically, fast, and try to come behind you. They won't face you. They won't face you and coming very slow, like as he was doing, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Yeah, I encountered a black tip the other day in just here, and he was circling. I was on the reef and he was going around. The black tips are the more aggressive shark, as you know, than the white tip. I've never had any problem with them, but they won't just run away right away. So, but that's what they'll do as well. They'll circle. When they start to circle like that, you gotta think, maybe it's time to go to the surface, and because I think on the surface as well, you're not as vulnerable. I think you're not where they're used to being. They don't like to. Anyway, so, but the fear of the barracuda, we don't have that because we are in the water all the time with these animals, and we know. So, for you guys, like, I want to speak to this fear stuff because we're in this time of a lot of uncertainty about the future, and I think a lot of people are afraid of what's going to happen next. But I think that the solution is to get out, and start experiencing the problem. Like, if you don't engage the problem, like, you're not going to get to a point where it's destigmatized. The fear is destigmatized. So Chris and I were destigmatizing the fear of barracuda, but I would like us all to start to think about the fear of COVID and how it needs to be destigmatized, because that's kind of what I'm most nervous about going forward. I've been following this thing since before Chinese New Year, when they closed Wuhan. When they closed Wuhan, I said, hey, that is a very, very big deal. There's something bad about to happen. And I was on the lookout. I was on the YouTube, constantly watching all the videos. And I told Christophe, I was like, Christophe, this is going to be bad. Look at the death count in China. And Christophe, he says, that's fake.
I don't know if
you were like, show me how that's true. Sorry to call you out in front of everybody.
Oh, I don't mind.
But we do that to each other. So.
No, but you were looking at your conspiracy. You were like enjoying that end of the world moment. That was your time, right? When I was more rational, telling you, so what's you making such a big deal about it? And true, it tends now to be a big deal a little bit everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm still not really understanding the fear that much around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't really changed that much my position on that. And I'm not really...
Oh, it is much bigger now, though.
Yeah.
And it was definitely something back then that needed to be said, that this is going to get big. And I don't think a lot of people were really willing to do that. I wasn't going to come on like Facebook and tell the world, but I was because
well, you have your...
I'm a little bit more hesitant about like a whole like broadcasting to like my 1,000 friends on Facebook, because some of them aren't very nice, and they'll be but I'll tell the people that like I trust, and maybe I shouldn't care about my feelings so much, but really, if I'm like 80% about a subject, like maybe then I'm not going to put it on Facebook. Like when I get to like 95% or 100% about something, I'm going to tell the world, hey, you all need to look at this. Because, if it turns out to be nothing, then it's sucky. And then also, erodes people's perception of me and my like ability to like tell them what might be bad in the future or something like that. So I was telling my WhatsApp group, my church group, I was telling my family, I was definitely telling my family, I was like, you guys, you have to sell your stock, and you have to buy food, and you have to think about getting Bethany out of Los Angeles. We got to avoid populated areas, which is, but still, I say all this stuff to say, if we don't destigmatize this disease, destigmatize the fear of like the horrific fear of encountering it, and then if it happened to you, you are just, your life is over. We are going to give our power away to big government, and I don't know if big government will ever give it back.
I don't know. Maybe the people will do a revolution.
Yeah. Vive la France! We're laughing because that's the French answer to everything. Is revolution. So hey, okay.
We go to the streets.
We go to the streets, the barricades, right?
Yeah.
So hey, there's Kiki.
Oh, okay. I have to go.
Kiki, you're on our our recording. We're doing a video podcast about everything.
Hey Josh, the dinner is ready.
The dinner is ready.
I have to bring back the cooler.
Yeah, it's perfect timing. We're gonna end this anyways. But
yeah.
Any last words, Chris?
No, enjoy. Have a good dinner.
All right. It was good to have you and the camper.
It was great to have you too.
And Kiki, we'll see you soon. Maybe another night we'll do the Catan, okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Ciao, Bella.
You too.
Okay, bye. All right. See you later, Chris.
See you, Josh. Enjoy that fish.
I hope everybody has a great, happy Easter, and that we can think about our fears and to be the brave people that I believe God is calling us all to be in this time, where we go and we explore the dangers ourselves, and we fully understand the width and the length of this thing that is coronavirus, and that we don't stop trying to understand what it is, because if all of us don't do our part in that, I believe we're looking into a much more dangerous world in the future. So, but anyways, this is Josh from his camper in Bali signing out, and yeah, stay groovy, everybody.